아빠 프로포즈 어떻게 했냐니까?
아빠는 애 둘할 때도 오지도 않았어.
황송쌀국수도 있네.
She's gonna crush my heart. So lush, I'm loving lying in your arms. I fall apart. This crush is gonna crush my heart. Baby, I should know better. Should keep it all together, but I was hanging on to every letter. You're telling me forever. I lose it, I lose my mind. Falling for it every time. Drowning the dead in the blue in your eyes. It's like a rush. It's something got me. See
튀김죽국. 맛있겠다.
진짜 오래 보네.
상화당. 와우. 와, 진짜 크다. 와, 진짜 커. 이거 어떻게 먹어? 와우.
Was it written in the stars? I don't know, but this I'm sure. You're a tattoo on my heart. Sometimes the things we love still hurt us. And I know it feels like defying gravity, but this love still feels like flying home to me. And if we need space, then why can't I stay on your orbit? And if we're bound to break, then tell me why my heart's still holding on. 'Cause you're up in your head, and baby come down, it's obvious how my whole world revolves around you. So if we need space, then why can't I stay on your orbit? All the things we used to do, like holding hands under the moonlight, not give up on us too soon. Good things take work, it's a universal truth. And I know my mind can't be like you, away from you, but your love still brings me down to earth. It's just what you do. And if we need space, then why can't I stay on your orbit? And if we're bound to break, then tell me why my heart's still holding on. 'Cause you're up in your head, up in the clouds, baby come down, it's obvious how my whole world revolves around you.
반갑습니다.
감사합니다.
감사합니다. 보내세요.
네,
감사합니다.
감사합니다. 와, 근데 무지개 진짜 예쁘다.
어떻게 이 무지개 저 조명으로 저렇게 되는 거 아니냐?
와. 진짜 많다. 와. 와. 맛있겠다. 와, 맛있겠다.
What's there to hold in the light of this moon? My mind keeps searching, but my heart decides. Thoughts can be cruel, they're not mine to own. The space unravels when you let go. What's yours, it ain't mine. That energy goes today. The feather in the fire will blow it home your way. Moon mother, open your arms. Moon mother, this magic's just begun. Moon mother, reach for my heart so I can feel your essence in me. How to unfold when this night is so tight.